Hello, my beautiful and talented people. Thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and booking readings. I appreciate you all as always. And I am doing a giveaway at 10,000 subscribers, so just be subscribed and comment, and you're in the running for that. So today we're asking, what do you need to know right now? We have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Just take a moment, figure out which one feels right for you. If you do want to book with me, my email's in the description right below the timestamps. I don't solicit anybody in the comments, so if anybody does, that is absolutely not me. So thank you so much, my gorgeous angels, and it's time for pile number 1. So pile number 1, my gorgeous angels, what do you need to know right now? What do you need to know right now? Just throwing things everywhere. The 9 of Pentacles just fell out. I feel like I should take it. It was just the only one that fell out. What do you need to know right now, pile number 1? I feel like you're going to come into some kind of good luck. So we've got the Hermit. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. So the 9 of Pentacles is in a place where you're coming from abundance. We've got the 8 of Wands. Like, I feel like some of that is going to come at you almost, it's going to feel like almost all at once. Page of Swords and the Hermit. There may have been a time where you've been keeping more to yourself, or there may have been a time where you've been really trying to figure out things about you. Or because the Hermit is self-knowledge. Hermit, like, can be a time where you're more like this. This can be a single card. This can be a single card. But I feel like you should really pay attention to what's going on around you. But when I say that, I'm not saying that in a negative way. I don't think that this is like a warning other than to like not miss out on when things get really good. You know, like I Page of Swords, keep your eye out. We have a King of Pentacles. We have a King of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. This could be somebody who is a life partner. This could be this could be a situation in which you receive some kind of physical gains, some kind of abundance. This doesn't have to be like a romantic thing. This can be like, you may have an opportunity to like maybe gain some money, gain some kind of, I feel like there's some good luck coming your way, and you should I think that you should keep your eye peeled regarding it, and you know, and maybe almost look at it in a relatively impartial way, because it is the Page of Swords. We got the Hermit, Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is some kind of truth. It's a new beginning in truth, honesty, clarity, transparency, good communication, and I feel like you may have spent some time alone. You may have spent some time having to figure out stuff about yourself, but it's going to lead to some kind of truth, and that truth is going to lead to a victory for you. Again, it's going to feel like a lot of things are happening all at once, but it seems like those are good things. Again, 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles is coming from a place of abundance, having your needs met, being in a place where you're in a place of a strong foundation and good self-worth. So there's good things coming for you. And maybe you were in this place of contemplation because there may be something that you've been holding on to that is better released. Because it's the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands, this is an end of a cycle. This is a new beginning of a cycle. This is self-knowledge. This is self-worth. This is abundance. Some of you may have abundance in a relationship with somebody that can give you a lot that is not going to take away from your strong foundation. Or like there is some kind of, I feel like there's going to be, for some of you, it's some kind of financial opportunity. But you do have to keep your eye out and observe what the opportunities are. There is some kind of truth that you're going to have to face. There is something that you're going to have to leave behind just because it doesn't serve you. But good news, it's leading to a place of generosity. Even if it is a relationship and not just something, like it could just be like you're going to get some financial gains, like the scales are going to balance in your favor. But for some of you, like maybe the scales in a relationship are going to balance in your favor. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. So there's a real need to make sure that you're paying attention to the truth. And there's, because like the truth is going to set you free. The truth is going to move you forward. And there is going to be a steady, stable new beginning for you. Some of you, like this is, you're going to have some financial luck. And I feel like whatever truth that is something that you're going to learn about yourself, it's going to help move you forward towards everything in your life being more stable. Because Pentacles, 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 Pentacles. Like there's, you're going to have an opportunity for whatever truth that you find regarding your inner self. And again, maybe there'll be some part of that truth that, you know, you might not even like, but it is the truth that'll bring you forward. It is the truth that is going to bring you success. It is the truth that's going to give you a new beginning where you can build things up even more. And we have the World. So, good news. So, I feel like you should allow yourself to be surprised by something good. And I think that this good thing is going to happen because of greater self-knowledge. And I think it's going to happen because you're going to release things that you're holding on to that don't serve you anymore. We've got Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment card. Nine of Cups is a happy card. Some of you, this could be a relationship. Some of you are just going to be really, really happy with yourself and really abundant in your own situation. But it's your own happiness bringing even more happiness towards you. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Like, you're going to receive something significant. Knight of Swords. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. So in your actions, you are supposed to be like, logic is going to be important. Practicality is going to be important. Communication is going to be important. Like, you are being asked to take logical and practical actions at this time. It looks like it's going to lead to a great deal of success. We have the Queen of Swords. So, I see success. I see happiness. I see a lot of good things coming to you. and I see a potential to end negative past cycles, but I feel like there's a need to make your decisions in a practical and logical way at this moment in time. But it's going to lead to, a lot of things picking up for you, and it's going to lead to happiness as well. So you've got some really, really good luck coming your way. You just have to be able to recognize it when it comes your way and take the logical and practical actions towards it. But new beginnings, good endings, you may have to let go of something that isn't serving you anymore. And you're going to need to be relatively self-aware. But really good news. What do you need to know right now? What do you need to know right now, pile number 1? Whatever your religion or beliefs, time with loved ones is vital for all of our prosperity. Well, you got a lot of prosperity cards. So maybe there's an aspect where you don't forget about the people who care about you. Or maybe spend some time with people who care about you. What do you need to know right now? Grief. Tears are what happens when the ice in the heart melts. Despite all this good stuff that is going to come your way, it doesn't mean that you're not dealing with grief. And maybe that is one of the things that maybe you're just going to grieve having to let go of something that you've been holding on to that hasn't been that. But I feel like there's an unfreezing, there's a self-knowing, there's a making good decisions kind of thing here. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Now we have the King and the Queen of Pentacles on here. And we have the Knight of Wands. Some of you, for some of you, like you're grieving the loss of something, but you're going to be able to move forward because there are 3 out of the 4 Knights are here. Knights are about movements and actions. We also have a King and Queen of Pentacles and a Queen of Swords. So Queen of Swords can sometimes be in a space because they have experienced grief and they just don't want to experience it again. But I'm getting some of you might be single and might end up not being single and end up with somebody that is a good match to the kind of longevity and security that you want in a relationship. But we've also got the world is like an end of a cycle, and we've got the Knight of Wands on top of that. Knight of Wands sometimes can be a player card, sometimes can be somebody that shows a lot of passion but is inconsistent. There might be, for some of you, there might be an end to a situation in which somebody is very passionate but not dependable. For others of you, I feel like you're going to have an opportunity to go after what you are passionate about. I feel like this whole thing is full of a lot of abundance. So allow yourself, but you're being asked to make practical and logical decisions here. And know that making practical and logical decisions, even if, there's a part of you that might be grieving something, it seems like those decisions are what is going to put you on the right track. So allowing radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment, so what's needed can come next. So grief, there's a sense of loss regarding something, And there is a need to recognize what the truth is so you can get to where you want to be. Especially since the Ace of Swords is in this deck as well. That it came out. I feel like there is a need to recognize some sort of truth so that you can allow the abundance that wants to come for you to happen. We have patience. I do get the impression that you're a patient person, especially since we have this Queen of Pentacles. Why is patience here? Queen of Swords. Again, Queen of Swords is somebody that has strong standards. They can really care and love for you, but if you treat them badly, they will cut you off. It can be a little bit harsher because of experiences. I feel like, is this patience with yourself? Is this patience for somebody else? I feel like this is a time for your happiness. This is a time for your stability. And maybe this is a time for you to wait in your standards. And when I say that, it's not necessarily waiting for a person or an event, but if something doesn't meet your standards, it's not something you're going to jump on. But I feel like maybe things haven't felt like they've been moving forward for a while. And I feel like once you come to a certain truth, a lot of things are just gonna start moving forward. Anything else? Fire. Take responsibility for your own power. Whether or not you feel it, you have power. And I feel like you're going to get some luck and you're going to get some balance. But when it says take responsibility for your power, I feel like there's an aspect where you should not be giving your power to somebody else. This doesn't mean that that you have to take charge of every situation, but if it matters to you, I think there's a need for you not to outsource it to somebody else. But the upside is this is a card of friendship, innocence, and love. So either this is what you want, or this is maybe just what you're going to receive by taking responsibility for your happiness, taking responsibility for your stability, having standards, and being in a place where you're willing to receive, and being in a place where you stand in your own worth. And while you may have somebody that is on the absolute same page about giving you what you actually deserve, I feel like I feel like you should be going after what you want, and also having the standards to actually wait for that to come. Not because but when I say wait, it's not like, I feel like you're being asked to be rather proactive. But just maybe when I say it's like when it's not that, being in a place where you'll let that go. So what is your true abundance can come to you. This all ends, you know. Don't wait to enjoy it. All right. Lots of blessings your way. And you should not be waiting to live. You should not be waiting to have good things happen. I feel like you should be proactively trying to make some good things happen for you and have some standards for yourself in which, you know, if somebody wants to give you something that is unworthy of you, you'll wait for what is worthy. So let's get you some charms. Oh, lots of charms this time. So with the charms, excuse me, we have soft heart. We have don't panic. Again, I feel like there's an aspect where, like, don't panic if like, because I'm getting like wish fulfillment. I'm getting like good things for you. So like if everything doesn't pay off tomorrow, don't panic. But we do have secure connections. We do have healing. We have really being able to see the situation clearly. We have passion. We have will. So our will upon the universe. We have Athena with wisdom. And wisdom is applying the knowledge that we have. And we have our little silly face. So I feel like you should be enjoying yourself. But it's time for something to happen. And it looks like it's time for something good to happen. So you may have to release something that doesn't serve you. You may have to grieve what that was to you. But I see so many good things just coming for you. So I hope that helped. I deeply appreciate you. And thank you so much. So it's time for our gorgeous pile number 2s. Pile number 2, my gorgeous angels. What do you need to know right now? What do you need to know right now? Abundance. What do you need to know right now? 2 of Swords. 8 of Wands. Knight of Wands. All right. There are abundance, a new beginning in abundance, and good things, positive things coming your way. But there may be a little bit of a lack of clarity with the 2 of Swords. Because with the 2 of Swords, all 2s are choices. And 2 of Swords means there's a lack of mental clarity at this point in time. So I see a new beginning in abundance. I see things moving forward. I see being able to come from a place of abundance, creativity, really being in an amazing place, and thereby manifesting a lot of good things to you. But we have to talk about this Knight of Wands, and we have to talk about this 2 of Swords. I feel like I need to address the Knight of Wands first, so that's what I'll do. So the Knight of Wands is Passionate action. For some, it can be somebody that is passionate but not consistent in our lives. And we have the fortune teller. And the fortune teller is our will upon the universe, our ability to make our life into what we want it to be. So I feel like maybe you do have a passion that you could be focusing on, funneling towards making your life what you want it to be. It could be something that is you're passionate about, something that is maybe artistic. Because this is the creative inspiration potential. So let's talk about the Two of Swords. Bear and the Ten of Wands. The bear is able to overcome whatever comes in their way. The Ten of Wands, though, is holding on to something that doesn't serve you. It is kind of a difficult ending. You may be having a little trouble moving from one cycle to another cycle. And it seems to be because you have a lack of clarity. And with the Ten of Wands, the bear can keep holding the Ten of Wands. They're strong enough to hold the Ten of Wands. It's just, the question is, should they still be holding it? Because as much as the bear is capable of holding those Ten of Wands, those Ten of Wands aren't doing anything for the bear. And we have a new beginning. And this is not the first in the Lenormand deck, but it has all the suits of the deck, just like the Magician does. So sometimes I see it like the Magician. Because like the Magician, there is an ability to form your life, form a lot of your life the way that you want it to be. So we have a new beginning where things are steady and stable, where there is abundance. We have creativity, abundance, being, the best version of ourselves. And new beginnings. So I feel like there is maybe something in a past cycle that left you confused, and because you're confused, it makes it hard for you to start the new cycle. But it does look like, there's a need for you to focus, because there's a need to focus your energy in a way that actually really serves you. What do you need to know right now? What do you need to know right now? So I see an abundant new beginning, a way in which you can really take some control in your life. There's going to be a need for you to really observe whatever situation is around you without your emotions involved. Just really look at it. Because there is something that is going to help you move forward in your highest and best path towards success. And you have an opportunity to get out of your own way. But the reason why you really need to do this is because, you may hold two thoughts to be true, and they don't fit with each other. And this is potentially really keeping things in an imbalanced state. So I feel like this whole pile is about needing to harness your energy for your highest and best good. And like a victory that can be done with that. But I feel like you do need some clarity. So what can we do to give pile number 2 some clarity? Star. I feel like there's the 10 of Wands just kind of fell out again. So again, holding on to something that does not serve you anymore. But with Star, hope, healing, after things fall down, things being rebuilt. Star happens right after the Tower. And the Star is... I think that maybe you don't fully know how you're going to receive wish fulfillment. But I think that the universe is working with you to make you your best self, to move you forward in the highest and best direction and bring you towards healing, that healing that eventually is going to bring you the wish fulfillment that you want. But yeah, right now things are not balanced. And you need to make some choices. But wish fulfillment and genuine happiness are things that you can have. But I think that the things that may block you is not practically balancing things and not knowing what choice you should make. But I think that, like, the reason why I said get out of your own way is because, you know, these 2 dogs represent our higher self and our shadow side. Our shadow side is simply the part of ourself that is trying to get our needs met in a way that no longer serves us. And this is a big momentum card. This is a big momentum card. I feel like you have to make a choice. But it feels like the universe is already trying to put you on the right path, and you kind of just need to make sure that you're moving towards the direction that you actually really want to move. But you may not know how that's all going to happen. And it's actually okay that you don't know how all of that is going to happen. Because the universe is still trying to push you in that correct direction. So there may be an advice, like, regarding, like, maybe there is something that is really not satisfying, really not fulfilling for you. And maybe you can't make a decision on that. Be careful what you wish for. Your thoughts become prayers, and the universe only knows how to say yes. Yeah, I'd say you're very, very, very capable of manifesting, because you have more than one card here for that. But I think that there's a need to be careful what you're telling the universe that you want more of. And when I say that, think about what your thoughts are. Think about the people that you're investing in. Do you want more of the same treatment? Think about, like, the actions that you're investing in. Like, is this serving you? What do you need to know right now? True offering. True offering what takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. So there's an ability to have some really difficult things just lifted off of your shoulders. What do you need to know right now? Let go. Maybe you can't decide to whether you should let go of something. And if you can't decide, ask yourself, does this continue to serve me? And also ask yourself, like, is this fulfilling for me in any way? And if it's not, maybe it's just something that you need to release so that you can have the success that you actually deserve. This box, reveal your secret power. I also thought when I pulled this out, like, box, it can be the box that we've been put into, the box that we continue to be in, and your own secret power. So I feel like between that and the fortune teller, I feel like you have some power. I feel like reveal your secret power. I mean, it doesn't mean you need to tell everybody so much as, like, live in a way that's not limited by, you know, well, I don't know what choice to make. Because I feel like the universe is trying to get you to a place of success. They're actively pushing you in that direction. So I feel like at this point it's probably best to just not fight too much, because part of it is like there's this, you don't even know what the direction you're going is in. But gratitude, I feel like let go of things that don't serve you and focus on what you can be grateful for. And the reason why is because this is moving you towards your best self. This is moving you towards bringing a lot of abundance to you. I feel like be willing. I feel like the universe is asking you to be willing to take the ride to get what you want, but maybe accept that maybe what you want isn't what you expect. Or maybe like what you want, it's like you're going to get what you want. It's just maybe you're not going to get it from the specific job. Maybe you're not going to get it from this specific person. Maybe, but like you getting what the universe is pushing you towards, like this is a card of just let yourself get out of your own way. And if you're fighting, like, question, like, are you fighting for something that is actually fulfilling? Are you fighting for something that is moving you forward? Otherwise, maybe give up a little bit and just release, because you might not be at a place where you can see where your success is. It doesn't mean that your success is not coming. It just means that I think that you need to allow it to. So I hope that this helps. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit. Oh, I'm not sure if I grabbed charms, but if I didn't, I'm going to do that right now. We have Smile, the letter R, Pennsylvania, the state, and OMG. So I feel like you're going to be surprised by something. Some of you might have some kind of link to Pennsylvania. I think that that's the state of brotherly love. So I don't know, maybe there's some relation to that, but ultimately the universe is trying to push you towards success. And even if currently you can't see what it is, you still need to make decisions. You still need to let yourself move forward. And you still have to figure out which are the things that maybe aren't serving you anymore. But a lot of good things coming your way. So I hope this helps. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 10,000 subscribers. Just make sure that you are subscribed and comment and you're in the running for that. Thank you again, my gorgeous angels. And it's time for pile number 3. What do you need to know? What do you need to know right now, my gorgeous pile number 3s? What do you need to know right now? Queen of Pentacles. What do you need to know right now? 2 of Cups. So there is some kind of potential romance. 2 of Cups can also be like, you know, having 2 people who meet each other's emotional needs. It doesn't 100% have to be romantic, but I even think that there's a little bit of, it looks like there's a little bit of imagery that fits on both of these cards. So I feel like you are coming from a place of security in which you're going to get some emotional needs met by somebody who you also meet their emotional needs. Some of you might have been single for a long time. Some of you have like really chosen your self-worth. And we have the 5 of Wands. Now, 5s are conflicts. 5 of Wands is not as serious of a conflict as the 5 of Swords is. So this can be a conflict between you and another person, or this can be internal conflict. We do have, it's quite possible that maybe you may have been very independent. So maybe being in a place where there is some kind of interdependence might cause some kind of conflict. 8 of Swords. Now with the 8 of Swords is our own self-limiting beliefs. 8 of Swords is us believing that we are stuck, and being stuck until we realize that all the things that are keeping us stuck don't have to. Clarity on the 8 of Swords. Oh, the King of Wands and the Cloud. So the Cloud is a lack of clarity. The King of Wands is somebody that maybe has some leadership, some charisma. Maybe that is somebody, it could also be a need to like go after what you want, but having this issue where you might have some self-limiting beliefs. You might, and those are things that keep you from having clarity. So I feel like there's an aspect, because I'm getting something good coming your way, And I'm getting that it's being a source of conflict. And I don't feel like the person necessarily or it is the thing of conflict. I feel like there's something going on here. Clarity on the Two of Cups. Two of Cups, victory. So, again, being able to meet somebody's needs and getting your needs met in return. Having, like, real success and happiness, good things happening. Clarity on the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody that is steady, stable, reliable, somebody that is a pretty ideal person to have a relationship with. So this might be you, or this might be like, you might be in conflict about being in a relationship with somebody who's going to give you a lot of success in a relationship. Clarity on the Queen of Pentacles, the Sun. Happiness, joy, blessings. Clarity on the Nine of Pentacles. Judgment. Judgment is when the universe is showing you where adjustments might be a good idea. It can happen because of karma. It can happen because of consequences. You can merely just finally see a pattern in its totality and then just decide you don't want to participate anymore. And there is nothing wrong with being independent. But there is like this, success here, this love here, this happiness here. And there is this conflict. So I feel like the universe is maybe giving you a chance to maybe look at why receiving a lot of abundance, especially maybe in love, is something that causes a conflict for you. And again, this does not mean like there's any, there are lots of reasons why people have conflict regarding love. Some of it is, pain experienced as a child. Some of it is pain experienced in last relationships. But there is something about going on where, like, there are huge blessings, yet there's this conflict. There's these self-limiting beliefs. There is this ability to, like, go in a defined direction, but having trouble seeing through that fog. We have the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is healing from heartbreak. It looks like you're going to have an opportunity to heal from heartbreak, heal from past pain, and really have a significant success in love and relationships. But I think that there's also a need to actually truly being focused on that, because the more unhealed you are, the less you're going to be able to see the way. And the universe is really trying to break you from one cycle. Well, not really, because the universe can only show you the consequences. They can show you what you could have, but you're the only person who can take that move, make that action, do the thing. We have the Queen of Swords. I think that you have been hurt before, and I think that hurt, that pain has made it hard for you to allow yourself to be vulnerable. And ultimately, you should have standards. You should not let everybody walk over you. But there is a difference between having standards and not letting anybody close. And this Queen of Swords is like in a storm, in darkness, in that cloud. So I will tell you that even if things haven't worked out in the past, some things can work out and some things can be very successful. And this doesn't mean like you should lower your standards, but you may have to let someone in. And in order to have this, to love and be loved, to have this success. So I feel like there's an opportunity with somebody who you can truly depend on. What do you need to know right now? And I feel like there is there's some reason to be hopeful. We've got the Three of Cups. I mean, for some, like, there could be, like, maybe there is an opportunity that you might not be taking seriously. For some of you, I feel like there may be a need to, like, let things be fun sometimes. Clarity on Judgment. Nine of Pentacles. So, being in a place of independence and self-worth is a wonderful thing. Because the best way to enter into relationship is from a place in which you are both capable of standing on your own. But there is some kind of cycle that is going to be laid bare to you that might actually be really hard for you to pay attention to because of your own inner conflict. But it's like sometimes it's okay to believe that things might work out. And it doesn't mean that everything works out, and it doesn't mean that, you know, awful things didn't happen. But there's an opportunity to just steadily move things forward in a way that can, you know, create some stability. So you are on the precipice of success in relationships of some sort. Signs. Instincts are the message from the inner divine. I feel like you, between that and the Judgment card, I think that you are being presented with signs. Sometimes from your own common sense, sometimes, you know, from signs from the divine. But I feel like there might be some inner conflict that might keep you from really paying attention to that, because a lot of that inner conflict comes from a place of fear. And fear can often keep us alive. It's not a completely foolish thing to have. But when it is in the driver's seat of all our decisions, we ignore our intuition. We ignore the signs that we're being given, because what if we're wrong? But I think that there's some kind of fun, success, joy. I feel like some kind of relationship, inspiration, some kind of inspiration that you are going to be receiving. And just know, like, it's slow and steady wins the race. But, like, you do need to be doing actions moving forward instead of, and healing, even if you might have some self-limiting belief, even if you're a little conflicted about it. And again, I'm not saying that you should put up with bad behavior, because feel free to cut that out. But intimacy, face and embrace all parts of yourself. I feel like there's going to be an opportunity for you to have greater intimacy, both physical and emotional, in your life. And I feel like doing some healing and just practically, moving forward is moving you more towards unconditional love. Love in which you're just good enough. Which you always were, but, it's hard. If we haven't been treated well, especially if it's been more than a few times, it's hard not to take on that energy. But it's not... If you're being a kind, decent, loving human being, it's not you. It's simply not having the wrong people around you. So clarity, I feel like you're moving towards intimacy, you're moving towards unconditional love, like somebody who can really accept you, see you, and love you for who you are, while at the same time being somebody that you can depend on. So maybe you are so independent because you haven't had somebody you can depend on in the past. And you don't actually need to give up your independence so much as have somebody else that is also a whole, fully functioning person, and walk a path together. So clarity on unconditional love. Be weighed down by nothing. Let the lightness of life be your motto. There's an opportunity for you to heal. And there's an opportunity for you to move towards love and for things to be clear. And I feel like the more healed you are, the more clear you're going to be, the more you're moving towards love. But I feel like you're going to have an opportunity for something truly beautiful. And don't let things continue to weigh you down, so you don't take the blessing, so you, like, maybe there's an aspect where you might have had a lot of experiences, and maybe you don't feel like you deserve this kind of love and affection. I will tell you that you do. And I'm telling you that there's going to be an opportunity for you for this. But I think that there's also going to be things that you're going to have to, like, clear up with yourself. And again, you don't need to let everybody in, but I think that you need to let the right kind of person in. So I hope that this helped. I deeply appreciate you. If you do want to book with me, my email's in the description right below the timestamps. I deeply appreciate you all. If you want to be potentially getting a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 10,000 subscribers. So be subscribed and comment. You're in the running. So it's time for my gorgeous pile number 4s. Pile number 4, my gorgeous angels. What do you need to know right now? We got 3 of Cups. We have the Emperor. We have the 8 of Wands. We have the 4 of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Swords. I heard standoff. You might be in a standoff with somebody where neither one person wants to move anything forward. That may not be for all of you, but it does feel like maybe that's the case for some of you. I feel like the case for some of you is we have an Emperor, we have a Queen of Swords. For some of you, this Emperor might be in its best, but I think if there's a standoff, I think the Emperor might be coming from a place of maybe wanting a lot of control. And I think that there is a Queen of Swords here, that, like, there's a line that this person won't cross. There could be a lot of communication between the two. Maybe it's not even communication, but a lot of energy back and forth. For some of you, it's just a lot of energy back and forth. And we have the 3 of Cups, which could be celebration, a good time. For some of you, maybe there is this third-party situation. For some of you, maybe there is a desire not to take things seriously. Let's talk about this 3 of Cups. 9 of Pentacles. So 9 of Pentacles. Again, there might be somebody in this situation which, like, they're not going to give up their self. They're not going to, like, they have their own stability and they're not going to give up their stability, but maybe they're not being offered stability in return. Again, like, maybe somebody is offering, I think that it's the Emperor. I feel like the Emperor is not offering anything that is on a strong foundation. And even though there is maybe a lot of passion between the parts, or between the people, or a lot of energy between the people, nothing's moving forward. Clarity on the Emperor. 9 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like whoever this Emperor is, they're not really embracing the higher aspects of the Emperor, but the lower aspects of the Emperor. And they do have anxiety, fear, worry. And I feel like that anxiety, fear, and worry leads this person to try to cope by controlling. And I feel like, well, I believe that the strong control themselves and the weak try to control others. Because inherently, no matter how much we try to control another person, it's an illusion. And I feel like there is a standoff in whatever this situation is, because there is somebody whose anxiety is leading to them to a place of wanting to control everything, that's unfortunately making everything unstable. And another person who is steadfastly standing their ground, that because I think that they're not in a place where they're willing to be controlled or willing to lose their foundation. Feels like a difficult position. Clarity on the 8 of Wands. 3 of Cups. And it is quite possible that maybe there has been an offering of something that is not serious. An offering of something that, maybe a third party situation if this is romantic. If this isn't romantic, this might be like just like a lot of talk, but never a serious offer. Not something. I feel like there's somebody that's offering something that's like it's only going to serve them. And there's another party who understandably is not going to, take something that there's absolutely nothing in it for them. Clarity on the 4. And I feel like both people are not in a place where where they're giving any energy here. Yeah. I feel like there's an opportunity for things to be balanced. I think that there is an opportunity for people to be coming from a place of generosity rather than a place where it's like, no. But I feel like right now we've got the miser instead of the generous person. And I feel like both people might be acting like a miser, but I feel like one is doing it because like they just don't believe that the energy that they put out is going to come back. Because they keep on, because the only offers that they received are unfortunately offers that haven't been worth taking. I think that the Queen of Swords might take an offer, but it'd have to be an offer that that person viewed as fair. And whatever is happening, there's somebody that's in this really controlling space because of fear, anxiety, worry, and I feel like, yeah, there's a chance for there to be some kind of balance, some kind of generosity, but right now there isn't any. Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords. The Queen of Swords will take a reasonable offer. But it's like, and also maybe the Queen of Swords is going to start some kind of other cycle, like maybe start over something, because the Ace of Swords. But honesty, clarity, transparency. There's one partner, it's like that's all they're going to accept here. And I feel like right now nobody's giving in this situation, and there's an opportunity for equal give and take, but it has to be like a balanced give and take. It can't just be I feel like the Queen of Swords might be more willing to give if this person ever got an offer that was actually worth considering. But the Queen of Swords would take a reasonable offer. What do you need to know right now? Pile number 4. 2 of Cups. There is maybe some love here, some affection. But again, nobody's needs are getting met in this situation. Because that would require there to be balance. And there isn't any balance here. So I feel like, again, if there's a romance here, maybe somebody has been offering like a situationship or a third party role. I feel like, and that's not acceptable to the other party. And I feel like there is maybe an opportunity to be loved and love in return, or meet someone's emotional needs and get those emotional needs met. I just feel like it's like somebody keeps giving somebody a bad deal and wondering why it's not giving them the result that they want. Because I feel like the Queen of Swords is just like not going to take a bad deal, but it's not going to, there is the opportunity to stop offering something that's not good enough. Like, if somebody is selling a house, maybe don't offer a paperclip. It's not balanced. What do you need to know right now? The Hierophant. There could be a marriage. Maybe this could be some kind of, like, for some of you, maybe you're dealing with divorce. Maybe some of you, there is some kind of spiritual connection, but one person is being controlling and offering nothing worth taking. I feel like there's some offer. It's like there's absolutely a way to balance the scales, but there'd have to be somebody here that was not so afraid of losing that they could act with some generosity. 3 of Wands. So I feel like with 3 of Wands, it's making a decision, taking the action towards manifesting something that's going to pay off. And the Star. So Star is healing, wish fulfillment. I feel like we have 2 people that do have feelings for each other, but at this point are really not being generous with each other. Neither one of them. And one of them, I feel like, is coming from a controlling place, where they're, rather than being in a place where they're, controlling themselves, taking responsibility for their actions, their environment, their future, I feel like they're trying to maybe put that control on the other person. And it just feels like the other person is, like, until there is a straightforward, honest, clear way forward, it feels like that person is not going to engage anymore. So it looks like there could be balance, but I feel like there may be a continual offer of something that the other person is just like, they're never going to take it. It's just not an offer that they'd ever consider. Whether it's, being in a third party to another relationship, or whether it is, perpetually being in a situationship. It's not something that the other person feels like it's worth their time, and they're not going to take something. So it feels like there is like feelings here. There is even a potential for something that is, steady, stable, something official. But there's a need to like have like the big picture. And there is some potential for healing, but I feel like but right now there's a standoff. Right now, none of that's moving forward. I don't, like, right now the emotional needs aren't being given on either side. Again, I feel like for some of you, it may be somebody that, like, for some of you, this could be a divorce. Healing, wish fulfillment, Seven of Swords. There is somebody that is really being selfish and kind of just thinking about what they need out of the situation. And they're in there to kind of take what they need out of the situation, and they're really not thinking about how it affects other people. And we have the Lovers. There isn't a lack of feeling here, but I feel like the lack of but the Two of Cups is a choice, and the Lovers is a choice, and even the Four of Pentacles is a choice. Like the Four of Pentacles is like, I don't want to lose, so I'm never going to be generous. And it looks like there's a lot of abundance here if there could be equal give and take. But we also have the World, so some of you, there's a lot of affection and love here, but there may be an end to this cycle, because no matter how much love there is, it's like it's no longer good for the people. For others of you, like there's a chance of ending these negative cycles. But right now we have out and cold. Again, I feel like not all of you are going through divorce, but some of you might be going through a divorce. If you're going through a divorce, it's quite possible that somebody was sneaky and did have other parties involved. If you're not married to this person, it's quite possible that that there is a person that might be trying to make you into some kind of third party, and like that's not an acceptable thing. You're not going to accept that and just constantly not have your needs met. But whatever it is, like there is an end of a cycle here, and there is love. But I feel like there is at least one party that is acting incredibly unfair. Blooming. So we have love and blooming. What is blooming? Because I do feel like with the Star, there's healing. So if you're going through a really difficult separation or something like that, I feel like there's still going to be an opportunity for healing, an opportunity for success and happiness. I just don't know if it's success and happiness in this connection. And we have the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is taking action about what you're passionate about. Again, for some of you, I feel like, boundaries. I feel like as long as you're dealing with somebody that is acting in a less than honorable way, it is important to have and maintain your boundaries. Because there is a way for things to end in the highest and best good, which doesn't necessarily mean that you will be together so much as highest and best. But there's also, I feel like there's one person who keeps getting offered something that's just not going to like fulfill their needs. And I feel like there's a need to have boundaries regarding this person, even if you have really strong feelings for them. Because I think that you're going to have an opportunity to actually get your needs met and fulfilled, but you may have really be in a place of not receiving, having a lot of lack because of somebody else really just being about winning and not caring about how it's going to affect you. So we have winning at any cost, even if the cost is your relationship. We have loss, lack, being left out in the cold. We have Seven of Swords. I feel like there's somebody here who, you know, like they want a lot of control, but like they don't use that control in a way that is in anybody's best interest from themselves. And I feel like maybe there is caring here, but like this person is not acting in a caring way. And I feel like the other party just wants some honesty, clarity, something straightforward. So I've got an ending in the best possible way. I've got a new beginning. But I feel like you might be in a stalemate with somebody. And maybe you're in a place where you're no longer giving to this person because, you know, they don't act in a way that is honorable. So you might really be holding up your boundaries. You were meant to change the world. We all were. Find out how. So your life has significance, and there is a specific way you are meant to have a significant impact on the world. Move forward. Again, if you're acting in a controlling way in which there is no real way for your partner to win, there's a need to move forward from that before you just lose whatever this relationship is. If you're just not being given an offer that is worth your time, and you're no longer going to give to this other person because they just don't give to you, move forward. I'm not saying that this person can't learn or grow, but I am saying that this person, whether this person learns or grows, it's up to them and not you. Eos light. I feel like, again, you have a purpose in this life. You have a light that you should be shining and sharing with this world. Ceremony. Honor how far you've come. You've come a long way, and you may not always recognize that you have. But you should. And I feel like there's something regarding you that you should be celebrating. Ease. It is easy for you to receive. It is easy for you to receive. It is easy for you to receive. If you're dealing with somebody that no matter what you do, like they you know, they're not being generous with you, they are not being honest with you, they are not thinking about your needs and wants, and just know that it doesn't need to be so hard for you to receive. I feel like you're dealing with somebody who has a lot of good qualities, but those good qualities might be really tied up behind some controlling and dysfunctional behavior. And I feel like you're going to have an opportunity at steady, stable, reliable relationships. And maybe this person has made some choices that, you know, made things more unstable rather than more stable between the two of you. But we have the car, and the car is about moving forward. This is on land, land being earth, so like practically moving forward. Again, some of you like might be dealing with a divorce. We have connection and love, and we have the letters R and E. You may still really love this person, you may still really care about this person, but if things aren't getting better, and you've done everything on your side, and right now, like, it doesn't make sense to add anything, just give yourself the ability to receive, because hold up some strong boundaries, move forward. And I also think, like, don't forget to celebrate what you've done, how you've grown. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you are probably becoming single. Others of you, like, you're just going to another level of self-worth. And you are manifesting in something that's not gonna be this hard. But don't lose your boundaries. Don't forget your light. And realize, like, you're here for a purpose in this world. You're here, like, you hold significance. You have a destiny. You have a reason for being here. And with the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune is going to shift in your favor. Again, I don't know if it's with this person, but I see you becoming stable and secure with yourself. I see things becoming easier. I see the ability to move forward. I see you sharing your light with the universe, and I see, you know, the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. But with Judgment, there's a need to look at the cycles past so you don't relive them. Learn lessons from your past cycle. And this is leading to awakening. This is leading to, at the very least, a greater understanding of yourself. Boldness with Freya. I feel like even if something is ending, there's a reason for you to, like, boldly go forward towards your own success. Because no matter how hard or painful that last cycle is, you do not have to relive it. And I feel like there is going to be some chance for abundance, success, and stability. Whatever you're going to learn from that past cycle is going to contribute to your future security. Anything else? Anything else? 10 of Cups and the dog. The dog is about love. And the 10 of Cups is about a happy, just real genuine happiness. So whatever you're learning from, it's going to help lead you towards real happiness, real stability, and some kind of loyalty. So for some of you, if you're dealing with somebody who might have, really acted dishonestly and maybe had third parties, like, I think that you might be moving towards a situation in which you're dealt loyalty instead. And even if you were in a situation where somebody was trying to make you a third party and you're in a place where you're like, that's not what I want, that's not the future I want, that's not the situation. Like, know that you're also moving towards stability and genuine love. And yeah, allow yourself to move forward. Departed loved ones, you are more loved than you will ever know. Just know that there are people who love and care for you, some of which have moved on. And those that have are still trying to move you in the right direction so that you can be just as loved in this 3D universe just like they still love you. But yeah, like they're witnessing your heartbreak, and they want you to have happiness and loyalty and have something that is steady and stable and reliable to you and move the fortune. Like, I feel like you have some ancestors, some spirit guides, some of you spirit guides, some of you angels, where they are trying to make your reality in which you are as loved as they love you. Anything else? New chapter. Yeah. Maybe nobody is giving on either side, but that doesn't mean you can't have a new chapter. And so know that there is a new chapter with clarity, moving you towards happiness, moving you towards love. And it's because you have people or in the cases of angels, entities that are really moving you in that direction, because they want to move you away from this heartbreak towards the generosity you deserve, towards the love you deserve, towards the loyalty you deserve. So as hard as this is, just know that there's a new beginning. Know that there's an end to negative cycles. I hope this helped you, and I deeply appreciate you as always. Thank you so much. If you do want to book with me, my email's in the description right below the timestamps. And if you want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 10,000 subscribers. So be subscribed and comment if you want to be in on that. Thank you so much.